Imagine a secluded corner of your garden, where the sunlight gently dances through a leafy canopy, creating a tapestry of light and shadow. It's here, in these less trodden, shadowed nooks, that a hidden gardening opportunity lies. Shade-loving plants, with their unique ability to flourish under a canopy, are the unsung heroes that can transform these dimly lit corners into vibrant, lush landscapes. In the world of gardening, shaded areas are often overlooked or seen as challenging. However, the truth is quite the opposite. With the right plants, these spaces can become serene havens of cool greens and subtle blooms. Picture the rich greens of ferns, the vivid heart-shaped leaves of hostas, and the delicate dangling blooms of bleeding hearts. Each plant brings its own magic to the tableau, thriving where others might falter. Embracing these shade-loving varieties not only adds diversity to your garden's ecosystem, but also extends your landscape's beauty to every corner. Now let's dive into the lush world of plants that not only survive, but thrive in the shade. First on our list is the hosta, a true champion of the shade garden. Known for their impressive adaptability and aesthetic appeal, hostas are the go-to choice for gardeners looking to enhance their shady nooks. These perennials boast a rich variety of types, each flaunting lush, expansive foliage that can transform any dim garden corner into a vibrant tapestry of greens, blues, and golds. Hostas come in a delightful range of sizes, from petite varieties that tuck neatly into small spaces, to grand specimens that command attention with their bold leaves. Their foliage, often heart-shaped or lance-like, can be solid or variegated, adding a dynamic visual interest to the garden landscape. For the best growth, hostas prefer moist, well-drained soil rich in organic matter. They thrive under the canopy of trees or beside structures that provide filtered to full shade, making them ideal for those less sunny spots in your garden. With hostas, even the darkest garden corners can become a lush green sanctuary. Traveling back in time, ferns offer a glimpse into the Earth's ancient flora. These verdant survivors from the age of dinosaurs are not just relics. They are vibrant, thriving components of modern gardens, especially in those cooler, shaded areas. Let's delve into the fascinating world of ferns, from the delicate lacy fronds of maidenhair ferns to the sturdier, upright posture of sword ferns. Maidenhair ferns, with their fine, airy foliage, create a soft texture that seems almost ethereal. In contrast, sword ferns boast robust fronds that can add a bold, architectural element to any garden space. Both types thrive in moist, well-drained soil, and benefit greatly from a consistent supply of water and a lack of direct sunlight, making them perfect for that shadowy garden corner. Incorporating these ferns into your landscape not only brings diversity in form and structure, but also connects your garden to a time long past. Ferns bring an unmatched elegance, turning any shade garden into a scene from a primeval forest. Now let's explore the romantic allure of the bleeding heart. Known scientifically as Dicentra spectabilis, this enchanting perennial is famed for its iconic heart-shaped flowers, which dangle delicately from arching stems. These blooms, typically a vivid pink or sometimes a pure white, seem to whisper tales of old-fashioned romance and tender sentiments. The charm of the bleeding heart lies not only in its appearance but also in its ability to thrive in the cooler, shaded parts of the garden. It prefers moist, well-drained soil and can be a striking addition to woodland gardens or shady borders. The plant pairs beautifully with ferns and hostas, creating a layered tapestry of texture and color. As the flowers sway gently in the breeze, they draw in pollinators, adding a buzz to their serene surroundings. Throughout spring, the spectacle of their blooming can transform any garden corner into a scene from a romantic novella. Bleeding hearts captivate the senses, making every shady nook a storybook scene. Adding a burst of color to our list, Astilbe paints the shade with its vibrant plumes. These enchanting perennials are renowned not just for their resilience in low light, but for their ability to transform shadowy garden spots into a spectacle of hues. Astilbe's feathery flower clusters, often described as plumes or panicles, bloom in a palette ranging from soft pinks to deep reds, pure whites to vibrant purples. Astilbe thrives in rich, moist soil, making them perfect for those damp, shaded areas where other plants might struggle. It's crucial to keep the soil consistently moist, as Astilbe does not fare well in dry conditions. They prefer a slightly acidic to neutral soil pH, enhancing their growth and bloom capacity. Beyond their visual appeal, Astilbes are relatively low maintenance. They require minimal care once established, mostly needing protection from too much sun and drying out. Their ability to flourish in challenging conditions makes them a favorite among gardeners who desire a burst of color in less sunny locales. Astilbes are like fireworks in the shade, brightening up the darkest corners with their colorful displays. Lungwort, with its unique foliage, thrives in the dappled light of shady gardens. This enchanting plant, known scientifically as pulmonaria, is a true treasure for those shadowy garden spots. What makes lungwort particularly captivating are its silver-spotted leaves, which seem to shimmer under the canopy of trees, creating a luminous effect even in low light. The foliage might draw you in, but the flowers of lungwort keep the gaze. Blooming in early spring, these delightful blossoms range in color from soft pinks to vibrant blues, often changing hues as they age. This chameleon-like behavior adds an element of surprise to the garden as the season progresses. Lungwort doesn't just stand out on its own, it plays well with others. Nestled alongside ferns and hostas, lungwort helps to weave a tapestry of textures and colors. It's particularly effective in creating depth and contrast when paired with the broad verdant leaves of hostas or the delicate fronds of ferns. Lungwort's striking contrast adds a splash of intrigue to any shade garden palette. Next, let's feel the soft, waving texture of Japanese forest grass. Known scientifically as Hakanakloa macra, this ornamental beauty is not just a plant but a living sculpture that dances gracefully with every breeze. Its long, arching blades cascade elegantly, creating a lush carpet of green that seems to flow like water. The charm of Japanese forest grass lies not only in its movement but also in its color palette. From the deep greens of summer to the golden hues that emerge in autumn, this grass transitions through the seasons with spectacular ease. It's a plant that doesn't just grow, it performs. Thriving in partial to full shade, Japanese forest grass prefers moist, well-drained soil. It's remarkably versatile, fitting seamlessly into a variety of garden designs. Whether it's softening hard edges, filling gaps between larger shrubs, or even gracing a container, this grass adds a dynamic textural element to any space. Japanese forest grass brings a serene flow to the garden, mimicking a gentle stream in the breeze. Coral bells offer a carnival of colors with their vibrant foliage and delicate flowers. These perennials, scientifically known as heuchera, are the unsung heroes of the shaded garden. Their leaves come in a spectacular array of hues, from deep burgundy to shimmering silver and even sizzling shades of lime green. This variety allows them to be more than just background plants, they can be the stars of any floral ensemble. Often used to edge borders or as underplanting for taller shade-loving species, coral bells are as versatile as they are beautiful. They thrive in well-drained soil and do best with just a few hours of morning sun. Too much sunlight can scorch their leaves, while too little can diminish their color vibrancy. These plants also produce whimsical sprays of tiny bell-shaped flowers that rise above the foliage on slender stalks, adding an airy feel to their dense clusters of leaves. These blooms not only enhance the plant's visual appeal but also attract a variety of pollinators. With coral bells, your garden's shady spots can sparkle with colors and textures. Imagine a fragrance so enchanting it seems straight out of a fairy tale. That's lily of the valley. These delicate bell-shaped flowers emit a sweet, alluring scent that captures the essence of spring. Each tiny blossom, pure white and tender, hangs from slender stems, forming a dainty cascade that seems almost ethereal. Lily of the valley thrives under the cool canopy of shaded woodlands, preferring environments that echo their native forest floors. The secret to their success lies in the moist, well-drained soil they favor, which mimics the leaf-littered ground of their natural habitat. This preference makes them an ideal choice for gardeners looking to bring a touch of woodland wonder to their shaded nooks. Despite their fragile appearance, lily of the valley is surprisingly hardy. Once established, they can spread and create a lush, fragrant carpet that heralds the arrival of spring each year. Their presence in the garden is like a whisper of folklore, enchanting and full of old-world charm. Lily of the valley transforms any shade garden into a fragrant paradise. Rounding off our list is Jacob's ladder, with its stairway of leaves leading to skyward blooms. This enchanting plant, known scientifically as polemonium, is famous for its unique foliage that resembles the rungs of a ladder, each leaf gracefully poised as if climbing towards the heavens. Jacob's ladder forms elegant clumps that are crowned with clusters of delicate bell-shaped flowers. These blooms, ranging in hues from deep blue to soft lavender, appear to float above the foliage in the late spring and early summer. adding a dreamy quality to any garden space. Ideal for cooler, shaded areas, Jacob's ladder thrives in moist, well-drained soil. It's a perfect companion for ferns and hostas, as it brings a vertical dimension to the understory of a woodland garden. Its ability to grow upwards, reaching heights of up to 3 feet, allows it to capture attention and draw the eye upward, creating a sense of depth and intrigue. Jacob's ladder not only ascends towards the sky but lifts the beauty of your garden along with it. As our exploration comes to a close, remember, every shadow in your garden holds the potential for growth and beauty. We've journeyed through a verdant world where light scarcely treads, meeting 10 remarkable plants, each thriving in their own unique way amidst the shadows. From the lush, broad leaves of the hosta, perfect for any shady retreat, to the ancient and textural elegance of ferns which evoke a prehistoric ambiance. We admired the heart-shaped flowers of the bleeding heart and the feathery, colorful plumes of astilbe. Lungwort introduced us to its silver-spotted leaves and vibrant blooms, while the Japanese forest grass swayed gracefully, adding movement and texture. Coral bells dazzled us with their vivid foliage and delicate flowers, and the lily of the valley spread its sweet fragrance. Hellebores, resilient through the colder months, and Jacob's ladder, with its unique leaf arrangement and charming flowers, both add layers of depth and interest to any garden. Embrace the shadows, for they are not just spaces to be filled, but opportunities to create beauty and tranquility. Happy gardening.